All right, guys, let's get on to part 2 of this mini shelf. The shelf here, we did the first 3 tiers. We have 2 tiers left to finish the shelf, so let's do it. All right off the bat, we have The Haunting of Julia. This is awesome. Straight to 4K. Not to my knowledge if this had a Blu-ray or not. So this was like a day one buy for me. Awesome little ghost film for sure. Very cool. Check it out. Next up we have is The Haunting of Winchester House. Got this super cheap, like on eBay or something. Put out by Echo Bridge. Pretty cool little ghostly film. Then we have Hell of the Screaming Undead. This is put out by SCS Entertainment. I think now they go by SoCal Entertainment. You know, it got some nod to Day and Dawn and a bunch of other things and The Beyond. So it's kind of a cool, it's a short film. It's like only, was it 65 minutes? So it's very quick. We have Hell Hole. This is a pretty cool flick put up by Scream Factory. Some hospital-related horror film. The Bad Hellraiser. This one is Revelations. The first one that Doug Bradley was not part of. Probably a good reason why he wasn't. Then we have Judgment, which actually wasn't bad for what it was. Again, not with Doug Bradley, but with a different guy. And that one wasn't bad. And with this one, this is a bootleg. This is Hellraiser, the female one. We have the female Hellraiser. And this was actually pretty good for what it was. So I definitely recommend, again, this was a bootleg. The only way you can get it is through a bootleg, but you can get online to watch streaming. Hell Week. This is the 10th anniversary edition, which I had no clue what this movie was. I bought it super cheap, and got a 10-year anniversary. Okay, if anybody's seen it, guys, let me know. Next up we have is Hell's Highway, put out by TerraVision. One of those, they said straight to video films. All right, never saw it, but I'll give it a shot at some point. Here Comes the Devil, put up by Magnet. Pretty solid little flick. Here, I'm not going to say this. This is pretty much the Mexican Child's Play. Yeah. Haven't watched it yet, but I got to check it out. So I got a Mexican Child's Play. I got a Bollywood Child's Play. You have, the Dolly Dearest, which is the female version of Child's Play, kind of. So we got some cool shit going on. Let's see. Horror in the Forest. Have not watched this one, so don't know much about this one. If anybody's seen it, let me know. Horror in the High Desert. This is a really cool indie flick. They did make a sequel, but the sequel doesn't have a physical copy, which they should do. Horrors of the Black Museum. Some old school fun. Got some spy shit and guy using stuff in the museum to kill people. For Mondo, Hotel Fear. I haven't watched this one yet. Italian. I don't know if this is a giallo or not, so don't quote me on that. Sorry, my nose itches. But of course, Mondo puts out some cool shit, so I had to pick that one up. If everybody's seen this one, guys, let me know. The House Where Death Lives. Sorry to catch my breath. This is put out by Vinegar Syndrome, film I don't know much about. So we'll see. Or is this, does this go by something else? They always change the name. Delusions, that's why. Maybe I've seen it. I don't remember. It's weird. House Squatch. This is a SRS Cinema, low budget, dude in a suit type thing. Looks like a gorilla suit. But yeah, it's cheesy as hell. Put out by Umbrella with, I think Vinegar Syndrome released this. Houseboat Horror. Very low budget slasher, pretty much on a river with a bunch of houseboats. I think this is an Australian film, but it's low budget, but it was fun. I had a good time with it. The Housewife, some cosmic horror, really good film. Humans versus Zombies. This is actually a fun little zombie film. It's pretty much based on the game called Humans versus Zombies. The one I used to play in college was called Assassination, where, you had to assassinate someone, but someone's going to assassinate you. This is the same style where certain people are zombies and some people are hunters, and they have to hunt the zombies, and the zombies, can touch you, and you become one. You have like a flag they have to take. So they made a movie based on that one, and this one was pretty good. Hush, with Jessica Lange, fun little thriller. TriStar. Next up we have I, Frankenstein. I had to pick it up. It was all right for what it was. I guess it did not do so well in the theater, but I like the storyline and everything, how it plays off. This does have the 3D effect, but I don't have a 3D TV. Don't need to. I'm not a big fan of 3D. Hurts my eyes. All right, next up. I Am Not a Serial Killer with Christopher Lloyd. This is actually pretty good. Definitely check this one out, guys. I haven't watched it in a while, so I gotta rewatch that one. I Sell the Dead. Sorry for the glare. I don't remember much about this one, but I think I liked it. Another one I had to rewatch. Let's see, I Trapped the Devil. One I had not seen yet. Ever since working night shift, my viewing of films has gone down, so I gotta play catch up. And this is great because I can go through these and be like, oh yeah, I need to rewatch that. Like this one, Ice Demon. It's the one I have not seen, had in the collection, so gotta do it. Okay, put you up there because I can't do the balance act. Identity. This movie's awesome with John Cusack, Ray Liotta. Cool twist. I enjoyed this movie a lot. So Identity was great. Put that back in there. Then I can move that back in there. Next up we have is In the Fabric. This is a weird killer dress movie. Yeah, that's right. They whoever wears this dress, this red dress, pretty much becomes possessed and kills people. And it's actually really neat. Like, there's 3 people who are involved. Each storyline, kind of like an anthology, where one person wears the dress. You get involved with that one person. Then you have another person who gets involved who wears the dress. Then they get a bunch of guys dare this guy to wear a dress, for, drinking and whatnot. And he becomes possessed. Solid film. Really cool take with the fabric and everything. They do a little history on it. So this was actually a nice watch. Really weird movie, too. Incantation. Another one I have not watched yet. Gotta check that one out. Okay. Infinity Pool. I think this has a 4K. I gotta upgrade that if it does. Oh, fuck. Doing this one-handed sucks. The Initiation of Sarah, put up by Arrow. Cool, made for TV. Kind of like a witchcraft film. They did make a remake, which I think is only out on DVD, to my knowledge. So, but it's a good storyline. I liked how it plays off. Next up, we have Inspectors. This is a fun little indie film that I bought at a convention. Pretty much Ghostbusters meets The Office. They do a lot of fourth wall breaking, like a guy's applying for the company. And, there's ghosts involved and spirits. And, yeah, I actually had a good time with this one. excuse me, The Intruder with Dennis Quaid. Interesting little thriller. I don't remember much. I remember watching it once, liked it, so I bought a copy. Gotta rewatch it again at some point. The Invasion with Nicole Kidman. This is kind of like another remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Not the greatest, but I was just surprised that this got a 4K. Very surprised that that version did. But you never know nowadays what will get a release and what will not. Hand switch. The Invitation. Oh, I haven't watched this one. I've heard not so many good things, but I got to give it a watch at some point. ISS, also known as International Space Station. Thriller in outer space, where the U.S. and Russian teams are together on the space station. Then we find out a war has erupted, and they start turning on each other, or do they turn? So who knows? It was all right. It could have been a lot better. It was slow at some points, but it did give you that weird, eerie vibe, like, who do you trust? Next up is It Lives Inside. Another one I had to get around to watching that looked pretty cool. It's a Wonderful Knife. Spoof on It's a Wonderful Life, but as a slasher. I enjoyed it. I thought this was pretty fun. I'm actually glad it got a cool release. Jack Attack. This is the Demonic Toys spinoff. I love Demonic Toys movies. I will pick up any Demonic Toys movie because they're fun to watch. Turn your brain off thanks to Full Moon. Jack the Giant Killer. This one is this is the mockbuster one. It could have been a lot better, but I was entertained. Then we have the Jack the Giant Killer, the original. This was good. I had the other one. I don't remember where I put the other Jack movie. Jack Hammer Massacre. This is, I think, a low-budget slasher with a dude with a giant jackhammer. Gotta go to watching that one. The Jar. I haven't watched The Jar, but I've heard it's slow, it's boring, but give it a watch at some point. The Jester. This is another SCS Entertainment, killer doll film. Very short. I like the artwork on this. Very old school VHS vibe. Very slow. Not very slow. It's very short. The other one called The Jester. This was like a Terrifier kind of ripoff. The guy's got the mask. He doesn't talk. He does a lot of weird shit going on. I thought it was okay. I liked it. Next up is Journey. Was it Journey into the Beyond? Yeah, the flash makes some of the words hard to read. Haven't watched that one yet. A little sci-fi, I guess. Johnny Z. This is all autographed. This was a zombie film where a guy who is pretty much becomes like a hero and starts murdering a bunch of zombies. There's also a guy who how was it? Kills his brother. Was this his brother or his friend? I don't remember. It goes like a family member or whatnot, and gets revenge. So there's a bunch going on. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Then we have Journey to the Center of the Earth. Classic, fun, old school stop motion. Gotta love it. And we have Journey to the Far Side of the Sun. Another sci-fi goodie. Okay. Jungle Run. This is a sci-fi channel. This one is a Region B. I think it's a German release. I wish I had a reversible cover because I want to get rid of that stupid blue 16. But again, this was a horror version of the Jungle Cruise movie, but they called it Jungle Run. They got some killer snakes, bugs. There's some weird creatures involved. I liked it. It was fun. You can watch it in English. So, but the only way to get it is to get the German release. The Junji Ito collection. Oh, why is this over here? Some anime. Okay, I need to move this to a different spot. I'm gonna move that to my anime. But anyway, good thing I do these shelf to shelves, because now I can find shit and make more room. Jurassic World. This was Dominion. I have the others in a different, like a multi-pack. I liked it. I can't wait for the next Jurassic Park movie. Another anime. Jesus, I keep my anime in a different spot, so I don't know why I have them over here as I drop it. Good job, Matt. This is Cabinary. Something about this fortress where there's, I think, creatures involved and zombies and whatnot. I haven't watched it yet, but it's another anime I gotta put in my anime section. So, I'm making more room. Woohoo! Kids versus Aliens. I really enjoyed this. This is like a full-length film based on the short from one of the VHS movies. I love the nod to He-Man and the slime pit scene. That was awesome. Next up is Killer, one I had not watched yet. Who put this out? TerraVision. We have Knock at the Cabin. Another one I have not got a chance to watch yet. I think this is a Shyamalan. Yep, M. Night Shyamalan movie. So we will see how that goes. Knowing with Nicolas Cage. Pretty cool flick. I actually enjoyed that. Pretty end of the world type shit going on. La Petite Mort. One of those extreme from Unearth. Have to watch that one. One of those late night viewings. Lady Frankenstein. Another one I had to get a chance to watch. I've heard some really good things about this one, so it will happen sometime soon. The Lake, fun little creature feature. Well, I should say a big creature feature. I like the title, The Lake. The monster looks pretty badass. This is was it South Korean? I don't remember, but I really enjoyed it. The Lair. This is another creature feature that I enjoyed. They find this, like, they're out in the desert during war times, and they find this bunker. Comes to find out there's experiments on humans. And we get these monsters involved. Kind of like a better version of Resident Evil. The Last Exorcism. This was awesome. And a weird-ass sequel. The Last Exorcism Part 2. Wouldn't the first one be considered the last? So now we have this. I would call this the second to the last Exorcism. Yeah, that one was decent. All right, so that's that row. So I'm gonna scoop back, don't mind the mess, and we'll get on to the bottom part here. All right, this is the fun part. My leg is stuck. Okay. Why is it stuck in there? Late checkout. This was a cool slasher. This was Indiegogo. I think it now has in a horror pack put this out. So now you can get this in a horror pack exclusive. So yeah, that was a fun little slasher. Let me put that up there. Jesus. Horror comedy, Leaf Blower Massacre 2. There is no first one. It's just the Leaf Blower Massacre, you know. Kind of reminds me of like the Nail Gun Massacre with that outfit. But we got the Leaf Blower Massacre. The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. This is awesome. Martial arts and vampires involved. With Christopher Lee is in this one. I know it's a Hammer film. Or is it Peter Cushing? I don't want to spend too much time because I know my battery's dying. I'm going to get the shelf out for you guys. The Legend of the Sand Squatch. Another indie film. Got to get around to watching. So, yeah. Pain in the ass, bottom shelf. The Long Night. I think this is the one that has to deal with the... Is this the LARPing one? Or is this the... I don't remember. I have to watch that one or not. I don't remember. Sorry. Lords of the Deep. Another aquatic horror film. Pardon the mess over there. Kind of a weird one. But thanks to Scream Factory. This is one of their website exclusives. Lullaby. Another one I gotta get a chance to watch. If anybody's seen it, guys, let me know. Let's see. The Lust of the Dead Trash Terror Trilogy. So it's like 3 movies of Lust of the Dead, zombies, and going after the girls. So, you know those Asian films. We'll see. Lichen Colony. Another werewolf film from Visual Vengeance. Partner with Wild Eye. Which I have to get to watching. The Magic Sword. This is classic. Kind of like a sword and sorcery type style. It's fun. I should put that in the sword and sorcery section. You know what? I am. That's going to go to the sword and sorcery section. The Maker of Monsters. This is another SRS Cinema low-budget creature feature. Sorry. Let's see. Mafia Killer. Kind of dull, but it is what it is. The Mask. This was cool. Kino Lorber. Yeah, was this the classics? Yeah, Kino's Classics line. The Mask of Thorn. I think this was like another weird slasher film. Don't quote me on this. From Dark Side Collection. That's the website I was trying to remember from the last shelf video. Let's see. Meat Cleaver Massacre. This is cheesy as hell. I had a fun time with it. Really weird. Like slasher type movie. Men. Another one I gotta get around to watching. Haven't really seen that one yet. Okay. Mexican Horror Classics double feature. With some, The Body Snatcher and, yeah, some Spanish I can't really say, but we got some cool old school Mexican horror. Why not? Gotta add that to the collection. Misty Darkness. This is the only from SOV Horror. They did a whole bunch of shot-in videos. This was the only Blu-ray that they put out. It's an upgrade from the DVD. So, I don't know if they're still around or not. I don't think they're putting anything out, but their store might be still open. So, if you like shot-in video. The OG Moby Dick. Yes, I am putting this in my collection. It is a killer whale movie. It's a revenge movie. The whale does some good destruction. It's a classic, but it's a killer whale movie. So I am putting it in my collection. Then you had the other Moby Dick. This was got Stephen Hawking, Gillian Anderson, Donald Sutherland. It's like a little bit of a darker version. So why not? Again, killer whale movie. That's a classic. Modern Vampires from Ronin Flicks. It's like a weird, I think this was late 90s, early 2000s. This is like one of those ones that you would watch on, you go to like the video store and you pick up. Oh, come on. Monster on Campus, classic. Old school films. Monstrous with Christina Ricci. This is another one I need to get around to watching. Like I said, my movie watching has gone down. The Morgue. This one actually was pretty cool. If I remember correctly, like I don't know if this is a haunted morgue or the one where they talk to them. It could be a different one. There's a whole bunch of different movies called The Morgue or something to do with the morgue. Motorboat, put up by SRS Cinema. Pretty much a killer boat movie. It's The Car. If you're familiar with the movie The Car, it's this, but with a boat. Then we have The Mountain Devil. I got through SRS Cinema. I think it's like a, I don't know if it's a Bigfoot movie or it's a found footage one, but they did the sequels, which is The Mountain Devil 2, The Search for John Clement. I don't know, this is like a mockumentary style whatnot. They did a third one, Mountain Devil 3, The Bigfoot Invasion. Look at that. Had to get it just for that cover art. Come on. I gotta watch the trilogy. So this one might be more of an actual Bigfoot movie, but that just suckered me in and said, yep, I gotta get all three of them. And they were cheap on SRS Cinema's website. Mr. Jones. Weird film. With like this weird artwork and everything. It was pretty decent for what it was. Mr. Sleep. Another one I get around to watching, but it sounded pretty cool with kind of like a Freddy Krueger ripoff. Murderitaville, horror comedy with like this dude with a parrot head that's picking people off. It's a horror comedy slasher. Murder by Death, another mystery horror comedy movie. Mutant Blast, put up by Trauma. Mutant Blast is great. Cheesy as hell. Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. This one I think they rip on, what was it, Invasion Earth or something. Fun. I always like my Mystery Science Theater 3000 takes and rip-offs. Man, my cats like to spread the litter. All right. Oh yeah, this is the Naked Vengeance Vendetta double feature I showed off in my previous pickup. Natty Knox. This could have been so much better. I wasn't a big fan of it, unfortunately. Navy SEALs versus Demons. I showed this off in my last month pickup video. And here's another one called Navy SEALs versus Zombies. Yeah, why not? You never know, these movies. They could just be entertaining because they sound so stupid. Near Death. Another one that I had not got a chance around to watching yet. Joe Castro did a bunch of these movies. This one just sounded pretty cool. Nefarious. This was awesome. Really enjoyed it. Cool possession type movie. Dude in a prison doing interviewing and, you know, weird shit happens. Really enjoyed Nefarious. I like that one a lot. Come on. Netherworld, awesome film from Full Moon Entertainment. I think this was from the late 90s. One of those cool videos that you would rent back in the day. Night Swim, the haunted swimming pool movie. Another one that could have been better. Cool premise, but the rest of it just kind of fell flat. Night Terrors. I think this is the anthology. Yeah, this was an anthology. Got a killer Santa guy, scientist who's trying to save his daughter from a disease, and he kills people. And the third one was, the killer STD movie. I think that's the one. Actually, pretty fun. This was put out by, who put this out? Or was this I got through, Scream Team Releasing. Scream Team Releasing put this cool little anthology out. Next up is Night Terrors with Toby Hooper. This is a bootleg. you can't. There's no other way to get this movie, to my knowledge, unless it's a VHS. There's no DVD out there, so the only way to get it on DVD, Blu-ray is bootlegged. So, someone put out a real edition, please. Night Work. This was an indie film that was given to. I think I bought this with them, or they sent it to me as a bonus from another indie movie. I don't remember. Haven't watched it though yet. Good old Nightmare on Elm Street classic on 4K. I'm hoping they do a box set to get all the other ones out. I'll gladly buy the box set. Nightmare, thanks to Scream Factory, classic itself. Come on. The Night of the Blood Beast and the Attack of the Giant Leeches. I had the Attack of the Giant Leeches. I actually had both of these on DVD, so there's a big upgrade. Old school, classic creature features that are just low budget, fun, and dumb. 4K of Night of the Blood Monster. Awesome film from Blue Underground. I think this is also, was this the Bloody Judge? Let me know, guys. I don't remember if that's also the Bloody Judge one. Could be. Oh, come on. Fuck it. I'm fighting with the damn shelf. Night of Doom. Another one that I got free from... Did I get this one free from another indie film? I don't remember. Some of them just... I do remember, some I don't. Okay. Night of the Executioner. Oh, this is a cool revenge film. They killed a guy's family in front of him and they tried murdering him. He lives and now he goes after revenge on everybody. Thanks to Mondo Macabro. Night of the Harvest. Oh yeah, this is the one where it's like a slasher during Halloween time. It was okay for an indie film. Had some cool kills. The killer looked pretty neat. Weird ending. Good thing to watch on Halloween. Night of the Living Dead Reanimation. Another Region B upgrade from the DVD. This one's got Jeffrey Combs in it. Night of the Tommyknockers. Another Western creature feature movie, which actually wasn't bad. Another turn your brain off film. I had a good time with it. Also upside down. Nightshade. Another one of those dollar store movies that I picked up. Don't know much about it yet, but the storyline seemed pretty cool. So I'll watch that at some point. The Ninth Configuration from Scream Factory. I don't remember this one. I think I have to watch that one. Oh, what's this one? No Budget Theater. Another indie from SRS Cinema. I think this is an anthology that I get around to watching. Good, that's another anthology to watch. No Good Deed. Cool thriller. You know, the guy escapes prison and whatnot, and he meets up with this girl and pretty much kidnaps her and kills anybody that's getting involved. All black cast, pretty much. Pretty cool thriller. What is this one? No One Gets Out Alive. Oh, this one is awesome. This is another bootleg through Netflix that you can watch. Same guys that I think did The Ritual. Another type of cool like creature feature in an apartment complex. The look of the monster is freaking awesome. Another one, No One Will Save You. I got another bootleg that you only can watch on streaming. Cool alien creature feature movie. I don't got another bootleg here. Nobody Sleeps in the Woods Tonight. This is fun. I enjoyed it. Again, you can watch these like on Netflix, I think. And again, if they ever get a real release, I will gladly upgrade. But right now, I gotta stick with bootlegs, which is fine by me. Nocebo. Oh, this movie is awesome. I highly recommend this one. This one probably went under a lot of people's radars. Very cool. It's got the aspect of, what was it, folk horror, but to do with, wasn't Indian, not Indian. Oh, I don't remember exactly, but Nocebo was fucking awesome. Highly recommend that one. Not for the faint of heart. Another STS Entertainment film that I haven't watched. And last for this shelf here, if I can get it out, is Nun Dead. Another SRS Killer Nun film. We'll see. All right, guys, that's it for that shelf. This whole shelving setup is now complete. All 5 are done. I will work on the next mini shelf that's behind me, and then we'll work on the big guys. All right, guys, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on these, and stay tuned for more shelving videos. Later, guys. Peace.